Hi everyone, Grim Reader here. Yes, I am still the Grim Reader, but I am coming on here with another stationery video, and I'm going to just call these the Stationery Chronicles. Don't worry, this is still going to be primarily my reading wrap-up channel, but I thought since, I did get a good response to the Hobonichi unboxing, because it's a Hobonichi unboxing, I understand, I thought I would continue with a stationery sort of, it's like if you think of the Chronicles as a magazine, this is the stationery section. So if you're not interested, that's fine. And I will always label them the Stationery Chronicles. What I'm doing here today, and I'm going to try and talk quickly, or at least make it not too long, I wanted to give people, as the planner community, people know that it's a journey. The planning hobby is a journey, and you're always kind of like figuring out the best system, and then if you're lucky you achieve planner peace. And I wanted to give people a kind of like a overview narrative of my journey, where I am with my planning. It all started, so this most recent iteration of it, of me doing more with planning, etc., started in, I think, I would say March or April of this year, so not that long ago. And I kind of decided what would kick me into gear in terms of using a notebook more would be to buy beautiful notebooks, enter the paper blanks. And I went and splurged on 3 beautiful paper blanks, these 3 right here. 2 of them are the flexis, and then this beautiful one is a hardcover, which I don't like the hardcover, but I love the pattern so much, and I am a pink purple person, so I had to get it. And so what happened was I started, I am familiar with the Bujo system more or less, and so I started using it. I'm not going to do a real flip through, but so if you see anything embarrassing, just don't tell me. I did start using it as a tracking / Bujo thing, but I quickly found out that I didn't really like Bujoing in here, and so at the same time that I bought these, I also was starting to look at the Instagram mainly for stationery inspiration, and I quickly kind of fell back into really wanting a Hobonichi because of the paper mainly. The thin Tomariva paper is just so nice to write on with. This paper's nice, but I also don't want to waste. So I buy a lot, but I try to use it all. So this has turned into a straight up journal. Caveat here too, if you see anything, hopefully nothing too embarrassing. But anyway, that's what I do now, is I just journal in here. And it's gonna take me a while to fill them all up. And another thing that the Stationery Chronicles will contain probably, maybe, is I'm gonna start trying to use fountain pens. I don't have any yet. I haven't done that yet. But I think these might be nice for that too. So yeah, that's how it all started. And then I quickly decided, one of my things with the Bujo is that I'm pretty lazy about making my own spreads. I kind of think there's too many out there that already have the spreads, specifically the weekly unit, which is what I kind of use for basic, specifically when I'm teaching. And so the first one I went and got was a weeks. And I really love the weeks in general. I really have been, figuring it out and using it I've posted some of these pictures to my Insta and stuff, how to use it. Sometimes I would journal, sometimes not. I actually do kind of like the little, but since I have the other journal, I don't need to journal in here. What I don't like about this one is it's a soft cover, so it does not lie flat. It does not lie flat. Boom. Actually, of course now it's lying flat, because it's further in the back, and I've been doing this to make it lie flat, but in general, actually it's better now. Actually, but see, it still doesn't always lie flat the way I want it to. Anyway, it's getting better though, I guess, because of all my maltreating it. So yeah, that's the first one I got because of the weekly, the weeks in it, and been figuring out, playing around with it, and so that's all fine. And then of course I decided I'd never had a small Techo A6 before. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's always other covers that you end up buying. This is the splurgy one here, the fun, what are they called? The Turkish company, Galen Leather. Beautiful cover. Do love this cover. It's like a wallet. But the only thing I kind of don't like is that I want rounded edges. But I do love this cover, and we'll keep it. So yeah. So then the next thing I did, getting more into the actual Bujoing thing, was to buy. This is something I put on here. It's just a book. Was to buy a small Hobonichi. And so I tried to use it as a bujo, but I never really, like, no, see, the thing is I tried to journal in here and like memory keep in here, and then I was sort of like, well, why do I have the journals. Anyway, it never quite worked for me, this one. I mean, I did sort of try and bujo in here, but yeah. So I didn't care for it, and I decided what I really wanted was Tomoe River paper, but undated. So I could just bujo without worrying about dates. And to this one that I'm still using. So this is a fairly recent acquisition. I'm being quite good, and it's worked much better as a bujo. And so, you know, I have my, whenever I just do, like here, there's 2 days on here, and probably stuff you shouldn't be seeing. This is the thing and you do the index. I always leave a lot of pages for the index because I don't want to run out, and I tend to put everything in here, even the daily logs, which you're not supposed to. And the good thing about Undated and the new key is that you can just put anything you want. You know, you just start a new spread, as they say. So you can put your dumps, and it's all just there after, and then you index it. I still kind of like that. This is just another picture. And this is a clear cover on this notebook, Cafe Note, made in Japan. And it's nice. I like it. Although I don't really like the size, I decided. And I also have a couple of extra covers here. This is my first iteration of the Hobonichi, was this one, Kanketpo. I love it, and I got a clear cover for it too, so I'm glad I have that. And this is the Galen, which, I mean, I love the color. It doesn't fit that well in here though, and I don't really know quite what to do with this here. There's just not, what is this for? I mean, what are you supposed to do with this? Is it just decoration? And this kind of gets in the way, so I don't know. This one, I mean, I like it still. It's a beautiful color, and I like the rounded edges, but the inside stuff doesn't work that well for me. If anyone knows what you're supposed to do with this, is it just decoration? I mean, you know, you put your book in, and it's like, oh, I don't know. And also it gets kind of clunky. It's kind of heavy, which is fine, but anyway. So yeah, that's that. And then, so now what happened, as you saw in my now famous, so to speak, unboxing of the Hobonichis, I mistakenly ordered a cousin along with the Undated one, which is what I was just going to do more of the Undated with the big one in here, in this beautiful cover on cover. I forgot to show the back in the video, the birdie on the back. Very pretty. And it's a black plain cover. And so now I have this techo with, it's dated. That's my sort of concern. And so, you know, so here's where I want you guys' help. So how do you bujo in a dated planner? Like when you want to dump. Okay, so and then I'm already kind of thinking about how I'm going to use it, because I definitely want to use it. So maybe what I could do is on the first page, I know people put pretty stuff here. I might just put my dump and see how long my brain dump at that moment of the 1st of January. And I, you know, when I brain dump, I add things to it, you know, undated things that just come into my head that I want to do. And then I'll just bujo here the normal way. And I think what I have to do is just be a little bit less, like if I have something on one day that doesn't fit on that day, just kind of just say that at the top. Like it's, well, sometimes what I kind of like about it being dated is you can add in things to do for that day specifically. And see, when it's undated, I'm always like, well, do I make a new spread, or do I just, what I do right now is I have this key thing where I have an arrow and a dot. So this is something that has to be done not that day, but another day. So yeah, yeah, so we'll see. That's kind of went more quickly than I thought, because I had kind of practiced in my head what I wanted to tell you guys, so I didn't make it too long. And yeah, please comment on your questions or your own paths to plan a piece. I'm still using this one. I haven't started using this one, but I have already started looking around on the internets. One thing that can be kind of overwhelming, and I haven't really found a lot of people who do videos about it, is that, so I know you can buy a lot of sticker sets where you cover things up that you don't want in here, or like you can buy stickers for the days. And I always get confused by, well, is it for which area of the cousin is it supposed to be? There's things for this area, I think, mainly the weekly one, which I'm actually happy to have this whole week with each day this right there. I mean, the Tetsuo cousin really does have everything. Has the most. Has the monthlies, which I don't use, and it has this. This is sort of like in the Boujo, your monthly log. This one right here, each page, and then you have the other one, like this, and then you have the weeks, and then you have the days. It's really got everything. I mean, the only sort of slight misgiving I have is it's quite heavy too. See, I got a full one, which, you know, I didn't really want it at all. I could see why people go for the avec, because it's half its size. And this is going to get even heavier when it's full of, you know, I mean, I don't sticker too much, but I do love my stickers. You know, that could be a whole other video, guys. It's my sticker washi collections. Oh gosh, what a hobby we have. And I'm excited for trying the fountain pens. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will stop right here and post this, and I wish everyone a happy day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.